Whatever you thought of the movie, there's plenty of potential for the next movie. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 craziest fan theories about Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
You'll never catch me!
Confidence. A fool's substitute for intelligence.
For this list, we'll be looking at theories regarding the 2020 Sonic the Hedgehog movie that we could see come into fruition in the inevitable sequel. If you haven't seen this film yet, you may want to get out there before we spoil anything.
Most important, you gotta tell someone you trust.
Number 10, the Death Egg. Keen viewers have noticed that during his final scene, Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik treks through the Mushroom Kingdom, Mushroom Hill Zone, with a very distinctive walk. His body language here closely resembles the way that the Death Egg robot moved in the game, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This final boss fight took place aboard the Death Egg, which is apparently supposed to be a homage to some movie. We think it was called, like, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, or something like that.
What?
Nah, nothing, Darth.
What did you call me?
No, nothing. Rip off!
Could Carrey's walk be a way of subtly foreshadowing that the Death Egg is coming? Yeah, it may be a stretch, but building a giant space station in his likeness does seem like something that Carrey's Robotnik would do.
Blah, 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 blah.
Number 9, Agent Stone takes his boss's place.
Agent Stone.
The doctor thinks you're basic.
Now that Robotnik is trapped on that mushroom planet, he'll take control of all the advanced weaponry and gadgets he left back on Earth. The most logical person to run Robotnik's operations would be his assistant, Agent Stone. Since Stone never came off as especially evil, perhaps he'll use Robotnik's tech to aid our heroes. For example, he could give Tails the parts needed to build a transforming plane. Then again, maybe Stone does have more devious ambitions behind his mild-mannered demeanor, which would make him a bit like Snively from the Sonic Sat AM series.
The big round guy finally let Sonic defeat him.
Or maybe Stone will leave the robotics industry entirely to pursue his true passion, making lattes.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk.
Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them!
Number 8, Robotnik goes full Eggman.
Now that Crazy has diverted Sonic to the far reaches of the planet, it's time to launch the second part of my terrible plan.
By the film's conclusion, Robotnik has almost fully adopted his video game counterpart's iconic look. From the goggles to the shaven head to the mad scientist mustache, Carrey becomes the spitting image of Dr. Eggman. All that's missing is the character's round physique. That said, perhaps the sequel will take things one step further by having Robotnik develop an egg shape. Granted, we can't imagine that Robotnik would gain much weight on an all-mushroom diet. Who knows though, maybe there's an olive garden somewhere on that planet. Whew.
Can't with that guy.
You're mine, Hedgehog!
Number 7, AnimalPowered Tank.
Sal. There. That bot is...
With no traditional power sources lying around, the stranded Robotnik will have to get creative. Inspiration may strike Robotnik if he stumbles upon some animals, or alien animals, on the Mushroom Planet. In many of the Sonic games, Eggman's robots, or badniks, are powered using cuddly critters. Robotnik could do the same here, turning bunnies and birdies into batteries. Or if the sequel wants to go super dark, he could straight up roboticize the animals, turning them into mindless machines under his control.
We've gotta get you back to Knothole. Warp 7.
It's too late, Sonny.
Uncle Chuck?
In any case, we expect the sequel to do some variation on the idea.
Hang in, Uncle Chuck. We'll be back.
Number 6, Sonic's homeworld is not Green Hill Zone.
So, as I crashed into the cold, dark water of the Pacific, I realized a few things.
Now, this would be quite a twist. In the film, we first see Sonic blasting through an alien world that looks exactly like the Green Hill Zone from the original Genesis game. Of course, it's never clarified if this is the Green Hill Zone, especially since Sonic subsequently escapes to an Earth town called Green Hills. Whatever this planet is called, we're led to believe that it's Sonic's homeworld. Seemingly nobody else on this planet possesses blue hair or super speed though. So what if Sonic isn't originally from here? What if Sonic was born on another planet and Longclaw discovered him in an escape pod or something? Since Sonic's faster than a speeding bullet, it'd be fitting if he had a Superman-esque origin. Number 5. Metal Sonic.
It's a robot that looks exactly like Sonic!
For all the faults that the Sega CD had, it did give us one of Sonic's best games ever. Sonic CD not only introduced Sonic's kind of girlfriend Amy Rose, but also the antagonist Metal Sonic. The Blue Hedgehog's mechanical lookalike would go on to play a key role in the Sonic OVA, and he has since popped up in several other games.
Metal has to still be around here somewhere. Duh?
We wouldn't be surprised if Metal Sonic factored into the next movie. Robotnik already used one of Sonic's quills to supercharge his Eggmobile in the climax. Next time, he could use a quill to power a robot modeled after his arch nemesis. Then Robotnik could really give Sonic a run for his rings.
Is that all you got?
No, but thank you for asking.
Number 4. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Wow, he's fast! Hey, it's not his speed, he must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp.
Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form.
Another villainous doppelganger, Shadow the Hedgehog made his debut in Sonic Adventure 2, where the public mistakes him for Sonic, somehow.
According to eyewitnesses at the scene, the suspect was identified as the world-renowned hero, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Seriously, we know that talking hedgehogs aren't run-of-the-mill, but nobody can tell that Sonic and Shadow are different bloody colors. If Shadow does appear in the next movie, however, the mistaken identity trope may make a bit more sense. After all, only a few people know about Sonic's existence at this point. Tails hasn't even met him yet, meaning he could get Sonic mixed up with Shadow. Once Tails distinguishes one from the other though, he'll team up with Sonic while Shadow allies himself with Robotnik.
Oh, Sonic! I thought I'd never see you again! I'm so glad you made it! You're not Sonic! Who are you?
Since Shadow was created by Gerald Robotnik, Eggman's grandfather could be name-dropped in the sequel as well.
Professor Gerald Robotnik, one of the greatest scientific minds in the world, and my grandfather.
Number 3. Longclaw lived to raise Tails.
Oh, it's you, Tails. Nice to see you. I have some urgent business with Master Sonic, and that's why I'm here today.
You have more important things to worry about now. Your rocket's on fire!
Hardcore Sonic fans might have been disappointed that there weren't many supporting players from the games in the movie. Don't forget, though, that the first Sonic game kept its main cast limited to Robotnik and the Blue Blur. It wasn't until Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Genesis that we met Miles Tails Prower, who's bound to have a larger role in the next movie if that mid-credits scene is any indication. While they haven't been properly introduced, Tails apparently knows who Sonic is. How? Our guess is that Sonic's mentor, Longclaw, survived the Echidna attack and brought up Tails. It's only natural that Tails would be raised by someone who can fly. Since we didn't see Longclaw die, only injured before the portal closed, this is pretty likely.
So should we get out of here?
Yeah, time to go.
Number 2, Knuckles teams up with Robotnik.
I know something that might. It's about Sonic.
What? What about Sonic?
While it's unlikely that Knuckles was one of the echidnas that ambushed Longclaw, this scene definitely provided leeway for Sonic's rival to appear in the sequel. The echidna tries to snatch Sonic to harness his super speed, and Robotnik is just as obsessed with capturing the hedgehog. Given their common enemy, it would make perfect sense if Knuckles teamed up with Robotnik. This wouldn't be too far off from the games where Eggman continually tricks Knuckles into helping him. That said, Knuckles will likely switch to Team Sonic by the end.
Knuckles, did you let him trick you again?
Like you weren't.
Smooth move, knucklehead.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, it's a Hop crossover.
No way.
When you really think about it, it makes sense. What if Eggman kidnaps E.B. the Easter Bunny from Hop and puts him in a badnik?
You're dreaming again.
What if Sonic sets out to save him, becoming the first Easter Hedgehog in the process?
What?
What if Robotnik turns the Easter Egg Factory into the Death Egg?
Right.
What if Tom was actually Fred O'Hare this whole time? And he was forced to go into witness protection after testifying against... Okay, I'm just messing with you. Number 1, for real, Chaos Emeralds will be the focus.
It all starts with this. A jewel containing the ultimate power.
That's the Chaos Emerald!
According to writers Pat Casey and Josh Miller, an early draft for the Sonic movie had a lot more alien worlds, but the final product was mostly restricted to Earth due to financial reasons. If the sequel secures a bigger budget, here's hoping that we get to see Sonic explore the different worlds on his map. Actually, each world on the map could contain a Chaos Emerald, including the Mushroom Planet. Maybe Robotnik uses the emerald to get back to Earth and travel to other worlds. Thus, a race between Sonic and Eggman ensues to see who can collect all 7 of the emeralds first. Wherever the sequel takes Sonic and company, we think the whole Hedgehog out of water storyline has run its course.
Don't worry, I know exactly what to do.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.